All right, friends, welcome back to the garden. My name is Kristen, and this is Growing Zone 9B. I just dropped my, there's a little hole right here in the garden bed. So we're sitting over here, I'm actually crouched down over here by the garden, got the new glasses on, went and got them fixed. This is like the fourth time that I've been up there, and I still have to go back because I can tell they're like sliding down my face a little bit. So here's what we bought. I told you that you guys need to be taking care of yourself, so we're gonna do an opening. I have not opened this yet. Let's check it out, because you know this is for the garden, right? Or for anything else you might need it for. All right, here you go. I like that it's got a clip. That's important. And yeah, it's got a nice little like latch release there to kind of help you guide that out. There it is, friends. It's good for cutting squash like we're gonna go do, right? Let's check out some broccoli heads and see what they look like, because they're starting to get bigger and I'm excited. All right. So here's the broccoli. Look how big it's getting. Now remember, you can eat these broccoli greens, so I'm excited about that. It doesn't look like, I've left this cover open. It doesn't look like our poor little cucumber, I need to fix that, has been pollinated, but I did leave it open so that it could get pollinated. Right there, we have been drinking quite a bit of tea with our lemon balm. Look how beautiful that is. I need to start propagating that. I'm gonna pull these leaves out here real soon. And right underneath, you guys can see, look, here's my onions. My red onions are starting to come around. I'm excited about that. So we've got some red onions in the garden. We'll be picking sooner than later, hopefully. There's another broccoli head. That's looking absolutely wonderful. This broccoli head over here is kind of tiny. It's not really too large, but they're coming around for summer produce. You've got my tomato here. Just remember, for tomatoes, just tap them. I like to go around just tapping them. That's how you'll get tomatoes. And then here's a broccoli right here. So we'll get this head out before you know it, but I'm gonna start picking some of these greens off, and we'll be eating broccoli greens for sure. As you can see down here, we've got our squash, and it's really time to actually pick it. So we're gonna take that squash out. Let's check out that squash. Look at how beautiful it is. It's just so gorgeous. I am so excited that we are finally in squash season. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this with our new knife, hopefully. Oh, that was a nice cut. There you go, look at it. It's so beautiful. I am so excited. And look, I'm not trying to jinx myself, but this is a perfect squash. There are no bugs on it at all. So this is beautiful. This is one of the squash that I actually got the seeds from my local feed store. This is not a squash that I actually got like from a company. So, well, not a local company anyway. So this was that, what was the name of it? I'll put it up in the video. This is the company that was donating to local like schools if you took pictures of your garden and stuff. Oh look, the squash kind of matches my outfit. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go probably, since this is the first one. It smells so good. If y'all are like growers and y'all are actually watching me, there is, or even if you just go to the store, there is nothing like getting the fresh produce. Or if you go to a farmer's market, it's just like, I just admire it. Like, I just look at all the beautiful bumps and just the creation of it overall. Like, it's amazing, the work of Mother Nature, that is for sure. She is beautiful. She brings us beautiful nutrients, and I am so proud of this moment right now, because it's like, I told you guys, I would love to have so many squash that I did not know what to do with them. I would love to have so many that I could just give them all away, but unfortunately, that's not where I'm at in my growing life yet, but one day we're gonna get there. We're putting it out in the universe. I can see that I'm starting to get some powdery mildew on here. I'm not surprised. Florida is so high in humidity, so what we can do is one of two things. I can actually come back, which I probably will later, and I will cut these powdery mildew leaves off. It will actually help the plant. You just get right down here at the base of the plant and you cut, like I can see right here. So I will get a pair of scissors and I will cut very tight right in here and get it off the crux of the vine. But the vine looks great. Usually by now I have like boring bugs that are actually like already just annihilating the plant, but I've got still a bunch of flowers on here, so I'm hoping, if I am super blessed, I will have these flowers producing fruit in no time. So that is the goal of any grower, is to actually have such an abundance that you just get tired of like eating it. I would love for that to be like the case for sure. So the other day I actually was out in the garden, and I'll show you guys. I was over here doing the sweet potatoes, and yeah, the sweet potato was kind of funky. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I think it was too young. It tasted very very fresh, if that's a fair word to say. It was a very fresh sweet potato. It really needed to kind of ripen longer. I had just baked it, you know, like you normally bake. And oh, speaking about potatoes, I can see that my potato plant is, you see it starting to turn brown a little bit and yellowy in color. So it's very hot. There is my chili peppers. Oh look, there's one starting to kind of like turn, it's gonna turn red here in a little bit. That's what I was hoping for. But once this dies, basically, then we'll start digging for potatoes. I still got to get out here and save those seeds, because as y'all know, y'all are watching, right? We're staying on top of what's happening in the world. And right now, as we know, Spain, Portugal, they're in a blackout, right? They've got power outages. So no matter who did it, how it happened, friends, this is exactly what we are preparing for, is these potential outages. Make sure, like I say, prepare like as if it were a hurricane. Make sure that you guys, I need to show you guys actually what I need to do. I don't know if I've shown y'all, but I had ordered, after the last hurricane, I ordered us like this Duracell light. You know, as a matter of fact, when I walk back up to the house, I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna show you guys as your bonus. It is a wonderful light to have. It has worked so well. It does good with solar. Don't forget your sun ovens, because that's the time that you want to be using your sun ovens. Because think about it, you don't want to be the person that's cooking and everybody smells what you're cooking. You want to make sure that no one can smell you as a neighbor, because you know what, then they're going to come hunt you down and they're going to want to eat your food, because they're going to know that you still have food and that you've been saving and you've been prepping and you've been preparing. The other thing is canning. Canning is really important at that point, because with canning, you can just go ahead and just eat it. You don't have to like reheat it. You can actually just eat it out of the jar. There's a lot of times that I will do that. Like, I just eat stuff out of the jar. You don't want a lot of frozen goods, that's for sure, because just like in a hurricane, you know what ends up happening is a lot of food spoils, and that's where people start like kind of flipping out a little bit, because they've got to spend all this money on food, because again, we've lost our way and we need to think like the Amish think, right? We don't want to be without power, and it could happen to us. So that's what I'm saying, think about it. It doesn't have to be like the great apocalypse where the world's ending, but for those people, they're dependent on like trains and you know, think about it, your flights and all this stuff that like is power driven. Your computers, you can't get money out of the ATM machines. if you're doing a money exchange, it would most likely be cash, because think about it, old school, like, you know, listen, I told you I'm from the 70s and 80s, right? So, and 90s. So like, I was born in the 70s. So like really my life of knowing was like in the 80s and 90s. We had those calculators with like the solar little panel things on it, and we thought those were cool as heck, right? You could still like solar panel, like, you know, do your calculations and still give people cash change and kind of go back and forth. When you start moving to a very like digital type system, that's when you begin to lose your sense of like being able to access things. And that's what I'm saying, when you don't have food, when you don't have accessibility to items and food, then, you know, that's when panic sets in and people start freaking out. And it's not only that, like, what if you had medical needs? Like, what would you do then? Like, you're dependent on generators, you're dependent on other means of getting support. And I just think that that's really a scary position to be in. And I feel really bad for a lot of like elderly people, because, you know, a lot of times they are very dependent on the system, because, you know, they've got a lot of medical needs at that point. So just keep that thought in mind. All right, so I was out here, I see the sweet potatoes, you see they're popping back up, and that's what I said. That's how I knew that there were sweet potatoes. Oh, there's a boat going by, so we can be distracted by the boat. It's nice to see people actually out on the water enjoying themselves. Little boat moment. So underneath here, I saw a potato sticking up, and I started digging at it, and then that's the potato that I took out of the ground. So this is like a nice spot down here, and there are probably sweet potatoes underneath some of these vines, but let's see. Yeah, look, I'll bring you guys closer. I don't want to dig this one up just yet, but you can see right here, you can see the purple coming through, and that's a sweet potato. And that's what I'm saying, like, I'm gonna cover this back up right here, but that's what you want to see. You want to see that the purple is coming through, and that's what I'm saying. I know that there's sweet potatoes underneath here, so I'll get that covered. Oh, look, there's a nasty beetle. Potato beetle, so we'll cover that back up. So I've been watering out here so that way, and these are like sweet potatoes that I didn't even have to replant. We just kind of let them continually grow, and so that's what I'm saying, like, I've just been letting them kind of like repopulate. And my fiance, he's been coming back and kind of cutting back the greens, because we want more energy to go into the potato, but yet though I still want to see where these potatoes are at. So in a survival situation, honestly, I can tell you all the little pockets of where these potatoes are, just because, you know, I can see where they're coming up. And I've also got some sweet potatoes over here in this other bed, and potatoes are a great starch to have. They're a great, they have a lot of sugar and nutrients that your body can survive on, should you not be able to get to the grocery store. So think about those types of things when you are preparing for the electricity being out. Again, prepare like you're in a hurricane. So over here, you can actually see all these here are sweet potato vines. They all came up on their own. Back here are my long beans. I'm hoping that they will start to kind of shift towards that direction and go up the trellis. But yeah, look, sweet potatoes, more sweet potatoes. I didn't have to plant these all over here. I never dug this one up back here. There was a sweet potato. Oh yeah, there it is. You can kind of see it like sticking up right here. You kind of see the root. It's very thick, and yeah, it's a purple sweet potato right in there. So that's beautiful. And that's what I'm saying, like, we gotta be thinking about how we're gonna be prepared for crazy events like what's happening right now. It's always something, friends. Like, it always is. It feels so good just looking at the plethora of beautiful vegetables that we have going on in our garden. So I could come over here and we could cut this other zucchini. So let's check. Oh yeah, this other zucchini's got to be cut now too. It's getting way too big, friends. So in here, hopefully you guys can see it. It's next to the water spigot that my fiance left just laying around. He's so goofy. He blames it on me, but I'm pretty sure it was him. I'm blaming him. Look at how big this zucchini is. Like, do you see that? It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm trying to get the sunflower leaf out of the way so you guys can see it. It's as big as my hand. So let me get this knife in here and get this cut out for us. Oh yeah, my goodness. And once again, we are absolutely blessed. This is a pristine zucchini. Look at that. No holes, none. Is this not gorgeous? It's almost too big. Like, my hand compared to it, like, it's almost too big. So we definitely, I'm so glad that we came out here and picked these beautiful fresh vegetables to eat. Oh my gosh. I saw some blackberries over here, but the birds were like tackling it. Oh look, this was mustard green, and you can see it's finally starting to go to seed. So this is the stuff we got to be kind of paying attention to and saving our seeds for, because remember, it's the place of origin that you're going to be charged that tariff tax on. Oh yeah, the birds, you can see they were already pecking at them. Do you see, like right there, the little birds got to them, which it's fine. I mean, having birds in the garden is important because they keep the bugs away that are eating my squash and other plants. So we got to get out here and get watering. We have not had water. It's been like, we really need some rain, like really, really, really bad. So all right, so this is your bonus, potentially not bonus. So whether you live in an apartment or honestly you could live in your car, and this is an item that I think is really important to have, and especially during hurricane season. So this is it. It's the Duracell 2000. It is this is a triple power rechargeable lantern. I literally got this off of Amazon. It can charge by like you know, like a phone charger. It does solar and it does battery. It's wonderful. I'm so grateful that I actually got this. Now, I spent about $45 on this, but being that we have hurricanes here, after the last hurricane, this had so many positive reviews that I said perhaps this is the one for me. And so I definitely got it. And oh, I haven't even used it. Look how bright that is. Like, I haven't used it in so long. You can dim it down. You can dim it even more. Emergency, it's like flashing red in there. And then it turns off. So it's got like 3 levels to it, or 4 technically if you want to count the red. But it's got this little hanging spot. So even if you go camping, this is just really great to have. You want something like this. So make sure that you guys are staying prepared and staying positive. Don't let the negative get to you. Like I said, I know the demons are running rampant. I know that people are crazy. They always have been, honestly, but I think people just don't even realize the negative effects that they're having on other people. They're just kind of continuing that vibration. So we need to keep in mind, friends, as a therapist, right? I would say this to my clients, is that we have to keep in mind to be the light, right? That is what we are taught if we believe in spirituality in the Christian form. And even if you don't, you can still be the light. So, you know, think about it. You don't hear about atheists killing people, you know, you hear about Christian warfare and stuff like that. So I'm just saying, like, you can be the light no matter what your belief is. You can choose to be kind. We all have choices, so make good choices. That is absolutely what we tell, like I tell the kids, you know, make good choices. And, you know, just be putting out that positive energy. Make sure that you guys are doing your deep breathing. Make sure you're taking time for yourself. I want to strongly encourage that, and I'm going to continue to encourage you all to be doing that, because if nothing else, that is absolutely something that you can be doing and practicing with you know, by yourself or with a partner or with your friends. Make sure that you're passing this encouragement along, that you all are practicing this method. just take a few moments and just take a deep breath in, and then exhale, right? Just take some moments, deep breath in and exhale. It doesn't have to be for long, right? Did you see even my voice started to change? Because in therapy, I'm actually used to kind of slowing myself down and having those moments of peace with people. And I encourage you to do that during the day, even if you're at work and you're starting to feel overwhelmed by something, or you know, or if you're in a situation, you can always step back and you can always take a moment to just kind of recircle whatever is occurring. You don't have to answer something right away. I have a friend who's kind of going through some issues right now, and she was so stressed out, and I said, you don't have to answer these people right now. You can step back and say, hey, I need a moment, you know, I need 5 or 10 minutes, let's re-adjourn, and we'll come back to the table with my thoughts and, you know, what direction I want to go in. So just keep all those things in mind. I want everybody to feel safe. I want everybody to feel that love and positive energy. I want everybody to be outside enjoying nature, no matter what aspect that may be. All right, my beautiful friends, until next time, as always, love one another, be kind, and if you can, get out there and get growing. Get this good nutrients in your life. All right, I will see you guys real soon.